Hi there, welcome to your ICP Wyckoff Technical Analysis session. So if you're new to these sessions, these are the takeaways you would expect. Basically, what current stage the Wyckoff is ICP at and what next stages we're going to expect. And then the key price levels where the prices would see rebound or rejection. Finally, the breakout timing, if there's any, from the chart patterns. So let's quickly dive into both the weekly and daily charts. Here we are seeing previous sessions we talked about the spring having a 50% chance. What kind of event caused it doesn't matter anymore. We all know what happened. The key thing is the spring did appear, and like I said before, that was exactly what happened back in 2023. After a series of accumulation activities, a spring happened before the distribution cycle appears. However, one caveat here is what happened a few days back isn't the end of it. So be careful, especially when Asia wakes up. What's going to happen? It's their Monday, a few hours later. What they are technically at like early night on a Monday, but a few hours later they will wake up and then people will start to trade and be careful what would happen next. There's still 8 hours for this week's candle. So let's see whether it will close a bit higher back into the downward channel we previously discussed, or is it going to come down to this red dashed line where is the level where the last spring back in September, October time that the price landed and stayed for about 5 to 6 weeks. And here, this yellow wedge, the breakout already happened. We previously talked about it should happen before mid-October, and indeed that was what happened. So if the price doesn't come back into this blue box, this downward channel, the bottom edge of the box will become the resistance line, and the next time point we're looking at is near the end of November. So when we get to the daily chart, we should be able to see clearer what date exactly that is. So after the spring, we would expect some kind of bounce back, assuming the macroeconomic environment doesn't go like even worse. Who knows what like China and the US is going to do next, right? So that's the normal expectation, that it comes back to challenge the 4.52 red key level. But then, like I said, it may take a while before that happens, for things to clear out without any uncertainty, like China and the US is going to make good again. Then there's a higher chance for that to bounce back to a higher level. So that's the bigger picture. And then to the daily, actually before that, just quickly check the Bollinger Band corner squeeze. Currently it's still within the squeeze. That means the bigger swing has yet to happen. So keep that in mind. And then it's just so, hey Joe. Yeah, thanks for sharing your view. And definitely there are some interesting things that happened over here. So the spring happened. We put in these tags over here. Hopefully we'll see another SOS in the near future once the debate has been resolved. What's interesting over here is the candlestick yesterday. There were a lot of change of hands over there. Whether it's people buying the dip or people just escaping from whatever that's probably going to come next. Like I said, when Asia wakes up, the big guys will start to trade again. So pay attention to that, keep an eye on what's going to happen. And then here, previously we talked about this one, but this will probably be at a later time. So the key thing I mentioned is this time point. It lands on December 1st. I should extend this a little bit because I see some wicks not included. So it's somewhere at the end of November. So like I said, if I enlarge it, you see this triangle, yeah? So that's where the price will probably uh, trade in the next week or two, if there's no good news coming out from the new US-China tariff scenario. So if that happens, it will continue to trade within the triangle until better or worse news comes. By the end of November, either one of these scenarios would happen. Either it goes back to the descending channel, which is a better scenario than staying underneath it and seek an even lower point. That's something that already happened on Friday. You see this wick went all the way much lower than this red dashed line, which was the low point. Well, actually it's not horizontal. Let me adjust this. It should be 2.825. Yeah, that's horizontal now. So it went way deeper than that point. Let's see what's the percentage. 26.65, so 20 over 25% lower. So be really cautious when Asia wakes up. It may set an even lower level. I'm just trying to copy this line. Let's say, let's give it a purple. That was what happened on Friday, and there's still a chance for the price to come even lower. The spring may end up even lower. So that's the thing for ICP. Short term, because of what's happening, is a mess around the world now. So it won't be too optimistic. So I won't lie to you that the big thing is coming. It's obviously people are trying to capitalize of this dip, but then like what we have here, and the Bollinger Band squeeze is on, meaning the bigger wave will come eventually. But then, given the backdrop, there's a chance that it may swing to the downside before it swings back up. So trade safe. Remember, I've put this tip over here. See you in the next session.